Welcome to Time Savers Shorts. You've got just enough time to sit back, neck a cup of tea and enjoy these tips, brought to you by Joe Parry from Windermere St Anne's School.
Do you have, like me, those days when you feel you're drowning under a mountain of paperwork? Or do you get a piece of paper and you're not quite sure what to do with it, where to put it? Well, what about a 3-tier filing system? This is what I've developed. First of all, I have a reference book, and this sits on my desk. It's got in it pertinent phone numbers, codes to access websites, and any special websites that I want to use. Then there are those items that you may only use once or twice a year, things such as policies or lesson plans or handouts. Those I have in a filing cabinet in my storage filing. At the end of the year, in the summer holidays, you need to go through that and you need to be ruthless. Now, I'm not brilliant at this, but you do. Get rid of anything you haven't used in the previous year. If there's a piece of paper you're unsure about, put that in a box, store it away, you'll know where it is, and if you've not used it in the following year, then throw it out. And my last one is my working filing system. This is a monthly file divided up into the days of the month so that I know I can stick that piece of paper in the 20th, and on that day it'll be exactly where I want it to be, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I never lose a piece of paper.
My tip would be to have 2 areas of your classroom, one for marked work and one for work that needs to be marked. And also have a big plastic box which you can put in the boot of your car for when you take the marking home, and that will just save you loads of time because you're never going to be looking for a piece of work. It's either going to be in the box or in your classroom.
Hi Kath. We've worked together for an awful long time and know each other very well, and I know that you're very professional about how you teach, and the assessment of your students is really, really key to you. But it doesn't have to take a lot of time, doesn't it?
Well, obviously, if report writing times is a very crucial time, so the parents need to know how their students are progressing. So to help sort of with the workload, I will quite often use this as a time when we do peer assessment with the students. So we would give the students the exam paper, they do it, they swap it, and then they use the mark schemes to mark each other's so they can see immediately where their mistakes are and where they will progress, which ultimately means that I don't actually have to do any physical marking, which actually saves an awful lot of time, and the students are really understanding where the mistakes are on the examination papers.
In fact, do they probably get more out of that than you just marking the work and handing it back?
I think so, because I've found in my experiences when I hand the work back, they just say, oh, I got 83%, and they just focus on the mark and put it to one side.
I think report time's really difficult, isn't it? And I know we're in that at the moment and getting those out of the way. I must admit, I've always used and staggering any big projects. So if I look at my plan for the week, if one set are doing a big project, I'll do a learning prep for the others, and then, you know, you can still track the progress. But you've not got a pile of marking as high as you have.
Yeah, it's a great tip. You can use it as sort of like to do point tests. So you'll say, you know, I'm going to give you a quick points test on organic chemistry next week. So they learn it, mark it in class, and then, you know, by that time, you should have that.
I think this is good because you can do effective tracking of your students' progress in lots of different ways that aren't always time intensive on you, so you can also save yourself time. I think people need to think about varying things and using lots of different techniques.
Which sometimes can appear that you are not doing a lot of marking, which people can, I think, oh, the teacher's being lazy, but actually it's actually much more effective for the students if they're being more proactive and being responsible for their own learning. They learn much more from it.
Kath, thank you. Maybe we've encouraged some people to step outside the box and think about assessment in different ways.
Well, hopefully.
Thank you.